Good morning, mamas. Welcome back. Have you ever planned for something at a specific time and then you had an interruption and you didn't even know that it was interrupting your time the way it was? Well, I'm the LATE to the game today, and I apologize. Let's make sure our mic is on. Mic is on. We're good to go. Y'all, today we're talking about being bold in your calling. We've got to stop playing small and start walking in purpose. Are you with me? So this I know is going to hit home for so many, playing small, right? So what does it finally look like to stop shrinking and step into your purpose and move boldly into what God has been tugging your heart toward? Before we get started, tell me your name, where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know who's here with me. Okay, let's get a few new people invited in. Let's see. Aunt Tamara, y'all come on in. Y'all come on in and invite your friends, right? Let me ask you this. If fear has ever kept you quiet, drop a 1 in the chat. If you've ever told yourself, I'm not ready yet, drop a 2 in the chat. Y'all come on into the room. This live is going to be for you today. This is a part of my Bold in Your Calling Faith and Confidence series. Okay? And we're just going to get real honest today. Okay? You want to get honest? Playing small doesn't protect you. It actually limits you and what God can do through you. And I know this because I've lived it. Y'all come on into the room today. We're talking about being bold in our calling and how playing small does not serve you. And I know this because I've lived that. You see, for the past 18 months, I've been building a truly special interactive coaching program, something I believe God entrusted me with to help women uncover their purpose and build businesses that honor Him. I even have a launch team of students who are boldly walking towards their calling. But here's the truth. I didn't give that program any visibility. I didn't talk about it publicly after my initial launch. I didn't invite new women into it. Why? Because fear hit me in ways I didn't expect. It left me feeling unprepared. I was afraid of feeling misunderstood, afraid of being seen as a fraud. Y'all drop some hearts if any of this resonates with you, right? I was afraid because I hadn't done everything perfectly. And so therefore I was worried people would judge me and look at me as a fraud. And so because I didn't show up when I was supposed to, I let it go silent. And the doubts grew louder. Can you hear me? Y'all hear me over there? The doubts grew louder. And so therefore my insecurities, they grew stronger. And that fear, it didn't just impact me. It impacted how I showed up. It impacted how fully I showed up for the women of God who had already been entrusted to me. Y'all, I'm going to put my devices on Do Not Disturb. I don't want to get interrupted here. Okay? Y'all deserve my full attention. Mamas, if you've ever felt that tension, wanting to lead boldly, but yet shrinking quietly into the background? Will you do me a favor? Drop me in the chat. Don't leave me sitting here all by myself. I can't be by myself in this area. Have you ever wanted to lead boldly, but instead you shrank quietly into the background? Type me in the chat. Come on into the room if you're listening, because friends, this is an important conversation so that I can help you start showing up in your calling. You see, I was so afraid of failing publicly that I let myself fail privately instead. And let me tell you, it hurts just as much, maybe even more. So how can we start showing up in our calling? I've got a few steps that are going to help take us in that direction. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want the first step. Drop a 1 if you want to know how to start showing up in your calling. I reached a point where I realized fear wasn't going to magically lift and I had to take an action anyways. Okay. So number 1, one bold step can change. One bold step. What is that bold step going to be for you? So that's why I signed up for the Legacy Builders program. I needed mentorship. I needed structure. I needed community. And honestly, I needed someone to tell me the truth with love, of course. And I needed to be challenged to stop hiding. Let me ask you, what area of your life or business are you holding back in? Drop a 1 if it's consistency and drop a 2 if it's confidence. But drop a 3 if it's clarity. Let's go ahead and share this. Y'all, if you are live and you see other women that want to learn how to step into their calling, just join me for the next 20 minutes. We are going to share some powerful steps that are going to help us do that. Okay. And I don't want you or your friends to miss out. When I stopped letting fear get in my way and I started taking action, that bold step that I took changed everything. And it allowed me to take that first step towards my calling. Okay. So the second way that we can start showing up in our calling is with community, because community will reveal your blind spots. When I stepped into the Legacy Builders, something shifted. I started connecting with women who are becoming friends, peers, people I look up to and people I learn from, and others that I get to encourage also. I'm building that community right here of people who aren't even a part of the same program. But we've been able to connect because I'm showing up as my authentic self. It's one of the things I've been able to do. I'm slowly peeling back the layers, right? God started moving in a space I was afraid to show up in. So that's the thing. Boldness doesn't show up fully formed. It grows in community. It grows when you're surrounded by women who remind you of who you are and who you're becoming. Right? Okay, that third step is that purpose requires obedience, not perfection. God is not asking you to show up flawlessly. Okay? The Word of God never says that. He's asking you to show up faithfully. So if you've been waiting for perfect time, perfect clarity, perfect confidence, friend, that is not faith. These bangs need a trim. That's fear wearing another outfit. Drop true in the chat if that just hit you. Waiting for perfect timing, clarity, and perfect confidence, that is not faith. Will you drop true in the comments if that just hit you? Or drop some hearts in the chat. All right, so who's ready to stop shrinking and start shining? If you're ready to stop talking to yourself and talking yourself out of what God's been telling you to do, then say I'm ready in the chat. Because whatever that step is for you, I'm here to support you. If I can help you take that first step, I'm here for it. Okay? Listen, you don't have to figure this out alone. If you want mentorship, structure, community, and a proven system to help you build income from home without losing your peace, comment called. I'm going to send you the Freedom Formula Blueprint. Sometimes that's a tongue twister for me. It's the exact system that's helping me stay consistent and help other women and faith-driven mamas build in a way that honors God. If something I shared today spoke to you, the fear, the peace, the obedience piece maybe, or even the community piece, drop a 1, 2, or 3 in the chat so I know which part you want more support with. Okay, I want to leave you with this. Boldness isn't loud. Boldness isn't flashy. Boldness is obedience. It's saying yes, even when your voice shakes. And mine has shaken before. It becomes easier with practice. And what helps you practice? Showing up consistently. Playing small may feel safer, but it's not where your growth is. It's not where your growth is. It's not where your purpose is, and it's not where God is calling you to. You are still called, you are still chosen, and you are still needed. So, who do you help? What problem do you solve? And how do you help them solve that problem? Do you know the answer to those 3 things? That's your why. You have to have that. You have to know your why. And then you can step forward in that step of boldness. So let's walk this out together, okay? Over here, I'm going to drop a QR code up on the screen for you so that you can quickly scan that before you go. I am going to quickly review 3 steps for you to give you a chance to scan that QR code. Over here, drop the word called if you're ready for that. You can drop the word called too. Friends, I'll respond to it. Okay? So 3 ways to help you start showing up in your calling. Number 1, one bold step can change everything. Number 2, community will reveal your blind spots. And number 3, purpose requires obedience, not perfection. Are you ready to walk this out? Let's walk this out together, okay? Because you are still called, chosen, and needed. So let's talk about what you feel has been the calling. All right. Real quick, I'm going to say goodbye over here, and I'm going to show right back up here to answer your questions about legacy builders, because there's going to be some questions. Okay. And we're going to talk more about how it's shifting things for me, because I got really tired of playing small. Okay. Just know we're going to walk this out together. And over here, I will see you again next Monday at 10 a.m. All right. You guys have a great weekend.